Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Harebrained Games. Today we're going to do a review. Nope, we're going to do an unboxing. It's not time to review it yet. Of Prime Minister. This is a game designed by Paul Hellyer, which I have not heard of before. And from GMT Games, it just arrived today. Let's take a look in the box. First off, we have Prime Minister, the multiplayer rulebook. I have to give cred to here. It's interesting. Most of their manuals are on a certain type of paper. This is kind of a sort of a, I don't know if it's intentional, but it's more of a kind of a classic era kind of paper, like a newspaperish kind of thing. There's the index, there's general course of play. There's a lot of play to, and this goes through all of the things you can do, some scenarios, how you play this game, and then almost 30 pages of an example of play. It is that exhaustive. And then you get your index. And there's an index finger. Kidding. Wait, it is. Alright, and then we get that. Okay, then you get the Clockwork Rulebook. This is for people who don't want to play with all four players. It plays 2 to 4. It looks like it sort of maximizes all the roles you play at 4. You can play it 2-player. This one gives you 1-player cooperative, 1 to 2 hours. Look at that. And it has 2 different systems, it looks like, as we're looking into that. And it tells you how to play with sort of the automas. And it, too, does not cheap out on the example of play. You've got your various scenarios, but then you get an example of play that is, again, goes through a whole bunch of exhaustive detail. Probably because there's a lot going on here, and it's not entirely obvious unless you really, really understand the underpinnings of English Parliament, what's going on, and so I appreciate that very much. Look at that, we have iconography. This is the player aid for Clockwork. Aren't you glad you got that with you? Alright, then we have Clockwork Opposition Leader, and not only that, but Prime Minister. So you've got Prime Minister, Opposition Leader, and then you've got some back people, Opposition Leader. This is the non-Clockwork version. You've got the Prime Minister again. Look at that, all the things he can do. Ooh, he's in his prime. And then you get iconography. Here we go, look at that. You get, everybody gets a special little iconography thing. Elections, resolving bills. Oh yeah, iconography, parliamentary, iconography. Okay, so 4 of those, 1 of those. For some reason I thought there was additional sheets for... Anyway, alright, then you get the board. Aha! Yes. You get a custom bill sheet. This is for an alternate way for handling bills and putting bills before Parliament. There we go, the backbenchers. Opposition, government. So if you ever want to hobnob, well, opposition backbencher is your man. And then you get the board. Let's look at this. Nice mounted board. Not too heftily sized, but not teeny weeny either. Alright. And then you've got... Wow, the board in all its glory. There's a lot of tracks. This is a lot of tracks. Like, it's so these tracks, you got those 8 tracks, you got election track, favorite track, government track, built stuff next to it. Wow, this is quite attractive. Alright, and then you have Clockwork People. This is, again, for the 1-player game. You get a variety of tokens. Ooh, and a shiny one in the middle. Look at that. I think that's for elections. Do you or do you not? So standard fare there. Then you get some cards here. Politicians. All right. Oh, these must be events. American sees British ship. They seize you when you're sleeping. Supporters. These are, I believe, cards that you can employ to help you down your quest. My understanding is there's the Conservatives and the Liberals, and they're fighting over parties. It's sort of weird. It's sort of like everyone's on the mothership, and it's up to you to decide as the opposition when to break away from the mothership. Until then, you all share the points together, and then it breaks away and stuff, and you can pair up again in a pact and whatever. It's just this. So it's a strange situation. I'm going to have to really play it through its paces because it doesn't appear to be like a lot of other games. And this is Weights and Measures Act. Well, I like to lose weight, and I like to have a measured response. Maybe that card's for me. Conservative bills, liberal bills, and then there's like middle bills. or what do you call them? Cross party bills, or yeah, bipartisan bills. Chief Whip. All right. And there we go, more cards galore. And that's it. Oh, wait, we have the insert with this very, very cranky queen here. Like, I am not amused. Anyway, and that's what we got. That is Prime Minister in a box. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Harebrained Games.